have Flexi Biogas. Oh, nice. Thank you very much. We have Nairobi County. That should be Director of Energy and Lighting. You are very welcome, sir. Next, we have CNRS. I don't know if they are here already. CNRS. We have GIZ representative. Kindly, sir, you are welcome. Come have a seat somewhere here. Yes, GIZ. We have Kirdi. Kirdi, if you are here, you are very welcome, sir. Those delegates from the Technical University of Kenya, kindly stand and wave. Just stand and wave. All the delegates from the Technical University of Kenya, you are warmly, warmly welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we have delegates from Strathmore University. Strathmore, oh, karibuni sana sana. Yes, then Nairobi National Polytechnic. Anybody from, oh, wow, you are warmly, warmly welcome. Siani Biogas. Oh, karibu sana, sana, sana. Yes. Yeah, I see majority of us, we are from the Technical University of Kenya. If you are, apart from our German partners, if you are from any other company and we have not mentioned it, kindly stand up so that we acknowledge you. Systema Bio? Is Systema Bio here? Sorry. Okay, so if you are from any other company, which you have not mentioned, kindly you can stand up and wave at us. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so we continue with our program. So as I've told you, my name is Dr. Bilha Ashton. I'm the team leader of Biovarya project here in Kenya. Yes, so I would like to welcome each one of you, and I think maybe some of you are hearing this Biovarya project for the first time. Biovarya project has been in existence for 2 years. It is started in September 2024. So the first phase of this project will end at the end of August, and hopefully we are going now to begin the new phase, and I believe after this conference, the Biovarya project will start afresh. So Biovarya project, I think you can see here, Biovarya is just an abbreviation. So it means establishing a biogas network for Bavaria and Kenya. Bavaria is a state in Germany. Yeah, so we are establishing the network, yeah, for biogas stakeholders here in Kenya and in Bavaria state, Germany. Yeah, so we are funded, the project is funded by federal government of Germany through Bavaria state. Yeah, and this is their logo, so this is our sponsor. And we are doing this project in partnership between the Technical University of Kenya and Ingolstadt University of Applied Sciences. Our partners are from that institution. Yes, so yeah, we are doing this project together. And in this project, there's a lot of things that we have done. Initially, when we started, our aim, number one, was to connect or to create a network of biogas companies here in Kenya and in Bavaria State, Germany. But later, when the project was continuing, we decided to bring other stakeholders on board so that we have a network of everybody who is interested in this sector. So we had to bring on board the academia, the research institutes, the policymakers, and others. Yeah, that's why today we are here as biogas stakeholders so that we discuss this important sector and how we can maybe improve or increase the adoption of biogas in Kenya and also beyond this country. So you are very, very welcome for this meeting today. Yeah, so I've said the aim, number one, was to create a network, but another reason for this project, it was to support capacity building here at the Technical University of Kenya and also in Kenya. And for capacity building, we had two important things that we were supposed to do. The first thing, it was to support with the laboratory equipment that can be used for biogas research, and of course even with other research and also learning, teaching and learning. Then we were also to support with coming up with a curriculum, biogas curriculum. Because when we started this project, when we now started engaging with the biogas companies, we heard what they were telling us. They told us that one of the challenges that we have here in Kenya is the lack of, we don't have capacity, especially in operation and maintenance of biogas plants. So we decided as a Biovarya project to come up with a program, with a short course program that we will be training technicians so that they can be able to go out and offer that service to operate and maintain biogas plants. So Biovarya project has supported us. We are going to unveil an equipment. I think when the time for unveiling equipment will come, we are going to explain what this equipment is all about. But also we are going to start a short course program here at the Technical University of Kenya. We are just waiting for the management to approve it so that we start to roll it out. So it will be a short course of 4 weeks, and we will do theory here at the Technical University of Kenya, and we will attach the attendees, those are the candidates who will do this program. We will attach them to an existing biogas so that they can do practical training. So thank you very much. Today we are here to discuss about biogas. Feel free. We have given you a notebook and a pen. So when our presenters will be making their presentations, write down the question. Anything that you want to ask, write it down. And also you have to write the name of the person who is presenting. We are going to have a question and answer session, I think before lunch, so you will be able to ask questions. Also, we are here to network, so where you are seated, please know your neighbor. You can have their contacts, so that after this meeting, we can now start, maybe coming up with the proposals and other things. Yes, so that we make this sector vibrant here in Kenya. Thank you very much for these few remarks. I would like to invite the chairperson of the Department of Chemical and Biosystems Engineering, where Biovarya is hosted, to come and give us a few remarks, and invite the Dean, Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment. Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together. Sorry. I think I skipped something. I'm very sorry for that. The next person is our partner from Germany. Yes, Miss Jessica. Let's put our hands together as we invite Miss Jessica to come and give us her remarks. Welcome, Madam. Karibu.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me well. I know I don't have a very loud voice, so in case it doesn't work out, just give me a shout and I try my best to speak up a little bit. So I think I speak for myself and my colleague Tobias if I say we are very, very grateful for this invitation to this conference, to the Technical University of Kenya, and of course also to Nairobi in general. So thank you very much, Dr. Gitongo, for the invite and for the very kind introduction. I would like this opportunity to present the Biovarya project a bit in more detail, and then also have a little message for you in this regard. So, first of all, who am I? I am the responsible project coordinator of the Biovarya project, and I'm representing the Ingolstadt University of Applied Sciences today. Actually, we are called the Technische Hochschule Ingolstadt in German, but because that to most non-native German speakers, it's not a particularly nice sounding language to stick to, I will just shorten it to THI as easier for the next few minutes. So THI is a public university in the south of Germany in the state of Bavaria. And actually, if you want to be really correct, it's called the Free State of Bavaria, because until a bit less than 100 years ago, Bavaria was a monarchy, and only in 1980 it became a republic, and this fact gets honored until this day by calling it the Free State of Bavaria. So you see, our collaboration is not just a collaboration between TUC and THI, but also between Kenya and Bavaria. So it's very all-encompassing. I don't know, do we have the, oh yeah, do we have the slides? I don't know. If not, then I just continue, it's fine, don't worry. Within the Biovarya project, we focus on 4 key objectives: networking, technology transfer, capacity building, and joint research. This included, for example, a visit of Kenyan companies to Germany last year to get to know Bavarian companies and also exchange a lot about challenges and ideas in their respective local ecosystems. I think we have some of our guests here today were part of this delegation visit, so I'm very happy to see them again. From our THI side, the Biovarya project also contains information events for German companies to inform them more about the Kenyan market. Because you will hear later today that the German biogas market is quite different from the Kenyan market, and therefore exchanging information is quite crucial to bring those 2 markets together and to open opportunity for companies from both regions. Apart from that, we had an extremely fruitful collaboration in terms of research with our partners from TUC, and I think my colleagues will tell you a little bit more about that later on in the afternoon. So, what comes next for us in the Biovarya project? We very much hope to prolong the Biovarya project and continue to strengthen the biogas sector in both regions. The funding request has been sent to the Bavarian State Chancellery, and we keep our fingers crossed that it will be approved. But I think every event we are doing is a plus point for us to show that it's worth financing. So I guess this leads me to my message to you. I kindly invite you to visit our website and join the Biovarya network. You can find us until biogas-network.com. Yes, we can probably send around the link later and you see it. On this website, we share the latest news and updates, and you also have the chance to present your institution and company on the website. So it's a great opportunity for you to showcase your experience and broaden your network. And if you're interested in this, just approach me today during this conference or in the next few days, weeks, and we will hope we can sort this out. Now there's nothing left from me to say then thank you very much for your attendance today. And I hope you enjoy this conference and enjoy this day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jessica. I think now our screens are okay. Probably you can just display our website, the Biovarya website, kindly. It's there. Yes, so if you want to join this network, you can reach out to us. I think there are contacts. Yeah, if you go to that website, you'll see how to join that network. So anybody who is interested, just visit the website and you can reach out to us. Then we will be able to add you to the website. You are very, very welcome. Yes. So if you want to access the program, we have given you the QR code. I think it's on your desk, on the table. So you just scan the QR code, you'll be able to see the program. But also there's a link, I don't know if it can be media, you can display the link, or you can display the QR code. Yes, so the program is there. We don't have a printed program, it is online. Yeah, thank you very much. So I think next is the chairperson of the Department of Chemical and Biosystems Engineering to come and give us a few remarks. Then he will invite the Dean, Faculty of Engineering in the Built Environment. So let's put our hand together as we welcome our chairperson of the department, Dr. John Akach. Karibu sana daktari.
Thank you, Dr. Gitonga. Good morning. My name is Dr. John Akach. I'm the chairperson of the Department of Chemical and Biosystems Engineering here at UK. Our department is where Biovarya project is hosted. Okay? We are inside the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment. So I will invite the Dean, but before I do that, I would just like to again invite all the participants to the conference and to thank THI, Bavaria State, Dr. Gitonga, TUK, and the industry partners for making this project successful. Usually by the time you reach to a conference stage of a conference, it means it has been relatively successful. There is something to disburse to the public. Biogas is very important. I remember sometimes in 2021, we installed a biogas plant in our rural home from one of the industry partners here. And it's now been 5 years it's operating. I think we've saved thousands and thousands of shillings that we used to use to pay LPG for cooking. That is where we are as a nation. But I think as we'll be going on, I have a suspicion that the sector has been very fragmented. So being able to have a conference where we can network and come together and expand this would be very good. From the spotlight sessions that I attended, I also realized that in Germany, this is a very big issue. And in these days of rising fossil fuel prices, this conference would not be, is very, very timely. We are very excited as a department for what this project is bringing. We are happy for the instrument, for the biogas instrument that will be unveiled today. It will be hosted in our labs. We are very happy for the biogas short course that will also be hosted in our department, because these are the things that we are able to say at the end of the day, at the end of the project. It will leave us with an ability to do capacity building to the community. Okay? We're also happy about the research. I'm sure we'll have some masters and PhD students from this. Yeah, so I'm very happy to be here. Looking forward to the presentations, looking forward to the panel discussions. I'm sure all of us will leave here with a greater appreciation of the possibilities and challenges that we face by us. It is now my privilege to welcome Professor Cleophas Maende, who is our Dean, to give his remarks and then invite, I think he has been told who to invite. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Akach. Our Deputy Vice Chancellors, the Deans, Professor Matu, Professor Molo, our project partners from Germany, the team leader, the representatives of the various organizations present, participants in this conference from Technical University of Kenya, and all protocol observed. Good morning. It is not in my place to give a speech. My role is twofold. One is to warmly welcome you into the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment. My name is Professor Engineer Cleophas Mind. I'm the Dean of the Faculty, in which the department where this project is hosted belongs. So my role first is to welcome you very warmly to the faculty, and secondly, to invite, through the protocols, invite our chief guest to be able to give the welcome remarks and to officially open the conference. So I will invite our DVC in charge of research, who will welcome our Vice Chancellor, who is a chief guest, ably represented by our Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of institutional advancement and enterprise. So may I welcome Professor Rina to kindly give his remarks and welcome our chief guest. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, Dean. I also appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I would like, on behalf of myself, to thank the organization that has made this possible, Dr. Bilia Gitonga, through the Biovarya project, which is working on biogas for sustainable energy. And I think it's very important to recognize those who are here. I don't know whether we have students. Do we have students here? No? Yeah, so I think, yeah, I can see there are a number of students. You're very much welcome to be here. And also, I've noted that there's Institute of New Energy Systems Africa, Bioenergy, and all the guests of honors who are here. Myself, I just wanted to make a comment in regard to my take on biogas. If you go to villages, Kenyan villages across the country, you'll find a lot of families that have biogas systems that they use for their own use, as my colleague has said. So there's a network of farmers who use biogas in Kenya. There are also a network of schools. There are a number of schools in my area where I come from who have biogas systems that helps them cut on expenditure that they use on petrol and gas for cooking. But also, there are also other TVET colleges also that use biogas systems. For me, I think this is extremely important because in Kenya, we grapple with a very, very serious problem, environmental pollution. If you are aware, I don't know if you take in interest on where you work, the Technical University of Kenya is located in one of the most polluted parts of Nairobi. And where is the pollution coming from that affects us in TUK? It is coming from the vehicles on Haile Selassie Avenue, industrial area on the other side. So we are surrounded by all these industries that spew very, very harmful chemical dust into the environment that we breathe it in. And I think if you were to do a little bit of research, you realize that, I think, I'm not sure that I get the figure correct, but millions, maybe tens of millions of people in Africa die because they are exposed to environmental pollution either in their house or in the place of work. So I think if you let that sink in, so I think as a university, I'm very happy that through Dr. Billy and Bavaria and the Biovarya project, that the Technical University of Kenya is involved in something that is very useful that may help us deal with issues of environmental pollution in the country. I think with those few remarks, I don't want to say much. I take this opportunity to welcome Professor Wambua, who is representing the Vice Chancellor, to make his remarks and open the conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Orina. I'm really happy and excited to be here. And especially being the Deputy Vice Chancellor who is responsible for partnerships. This is exciting for me. And thank you very much, Jessica, for that very good introduction of your university, THI. I will not attempt to pronounce it because I know Germans say, if you cannot pronounce it properly, please don't. So I will avoid trying to make that pronunciation. So indeed, we have had a very good collaboration with Germany. You remember a couple of years ago, the embassy donated an equipment to us, to the Department of Chemistry and Material Science, and the ambassador himself came physically to the Technical University of Kenya to launch the equipment. And I have interacted with him a couple of times. The ambassador of Germany to Kenya, he is very keen on sustainable energy solutions. You remember also he's very keen on the research on hydrogen, and he has really rendered his support in this area. So I'm really excited about this project for biogas. It is right in line with our mandate as a university. So I'm here to represent the Vice Chancellor. He has asked me to open this conference on his behalf. So I'll just now go ahead and read his speech. Invited guests, esteemed speakers, my colleague, DVC, Professor Orina, deans of faculties, participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my great pleasure to extend to you all a very warm welcome to today's Biovarya Biogas Conference, held under the theme Biogas for Sustainable Energy Solutions in Kenya. We are gathered here under the umbrella of truly cross-continental initiative, Biovarya, the Biogas Network for Bavaria and Kenya. Funded by the Bavarian State Chancellery, this project is implemented in close partnership between the Ingolstadt University of Applied Sciences, that is THI, and Technical University of Kenya. Together, our two universities have established this network to build a resilient, sustainable bridge between research and industry and between our two regions. When we look at the challenges of our current and future energy landscape, one truth stands out. True innovation thrives on international exchange. Whether you are joining us today from Europe or East Africa, your presence underscores how vital international cross-sectorial teamwork is for our shared future. Biogas technology sits at the very heart of this transition. It is one of the most versatile solutions available to us. It ensures local energy security by producing decentralized electricity and clean cooking gas. It aids environmental protection by treating organic waste and farm residues. And it supports sustainable agriculture. What works in Bavaria can inspire new solutions in Kenya, and the unique innovations emerging in East Africa can spark new research paths in Germany. Today, we bring together leading experts from across the scientific community, industry, and policy-making spheres to explore these practical innovations. We are especially honored to welcome representatives from Flexi Biogas, Sistema Bio, Kirdi, GIZ, CNRS, IPRA, Nairobi City County, Strathmore University, and many others. Equally important, today highlights the strong research collaborations driving this sector, with dedicated inputs from both THI and the Technical University of Kenya, with dedicated inputs from THI and the Technical University of Kenya. To give you a brief roadmap of our discussions this morning, we begin by hearing directly from industry leaders on scaling challenges and adoption experiences. We will then shift our focus to applied research, development, and policy frameworks. In the afternoon, we will dive deeper into large-scale technical aspects, institutional perspectives, and conclude with two crucial panel discussions designed to synthesize these ideas into actionable strategies for sector growth. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference is not only about knowledge exchange. It is about building partnerships that will shape Kenya's sustainable energy future. On behalf of the Technical University of Kenya, I thank you for your presence and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, with these words, it is my pleasure to officially declare the Biovarya Biogas Conference open. May our deliberations be fruitful, inspiring, and transformative. Thank you all, Professor Benedict Mutua, Vice Chancellor of the Technical University of Kenya. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you. Yes, so we continue with our program. So next is the launch of the automatic biomethane potential analyzer. As I said before, that Biovarya project has supported Kenya, has supported the Technical University of Kenya with an amazing equipment that we are going to unveil it now. Yes, so I would like to invite my colleague, Mr. Joshua Ngetunyi, to come and give us a few information about the equipment. Please let us put our hands together for my colleague, Mr. Ngetunyi. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kitonga, DVC, Dean, and all protocols observed today. As she said, my name is Joshua Ngetunyi, currently undertaking my PhD at the Technische Hochschule Ingolstadt, and a member of staff at the Technical University of Kenya at this department. I will just stick to this task. I'll speak later on the other matters. The equipment we have here today, we will show it when we open. As she rightly said, it's equipment for assessing the biomethane or biogas potential from different organic substrates. This one is, as she rightly puts, it's an automated system. So instead of measuring the biomethane potential, it's connected to a controller that can be assessed through a computer or even remotely from where you are, because usually biogas potential systems takes up to a month or even 2 months, depending on what you are digesting. So this equipment of ours will help us to go a long way to unlock some of the residues that we have not been using and see how we can combine the normal, easier to digest feedstocks, that's like food waste and livestock manure. What else can we add, and in which proportions are we going to do? So this is the equipment we are going to use to do these tests before we can actually, you can roll out the biogas in your farm or any other place. So with that, I will speak more later about the technologies, and I will give back to Dr. Gitonga and explain more.
Thank you very much, Joshua. Asante sana. So it is the time to unveil our equipment. Yes, thank you, our partners, Jessica and Tobias. Thank you for supporting us. So I would like to welcome our chief guests and the DVCs and the deans here present. Kindly come in front so that we unveil the equipment. Then after the unveiling of the equipment, we are going to have a photo session with the invited guests and ourselves. Karibu, the Dean, Dean Faculty of Engineering, FFST, Dean Faculty of Applied Sciences, kindly come in front. Yes, so this is it's a great day for us. We waited for this equipment for some time, and finally it was here. We thank God. Yeah, so we are going to, our chief guest is going to unveil it as all of us witness this. Yes. So you. Our German partners, kindly. You're also supposed to be here, sorry. Yes, thank you very much for supporting us. Maybe you can just, Jessica, you can just come here. You can just come here. Just here. So Professor Wambua and Jessica, they are going to open the curtain. Yeah, they are going to unveil. And yeah, all of us will put our hands together. We have to celebrate this. It's a milestone for Technical University of Kenya. So yeah, you can. Wow, this is amazing. Congratulations, TUK. Congrats, Department of Chemical and Biosystems Engineering. This is amazing. The first ever equipment. Automatic biomethane potential analyzer, the first ever in Kenya. There is no another institution with this type of an equipment. So we are so happy today. Yes, it's an amazing day for us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Biovarya Project. Thank you, our sponsor, the Biovarya State. Thank you very much. Okay, so next, maybe you can have pictures. Then after, of course, next to the equipment, then after maybe the chief guest. We should not. No, we should not. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. So you can just maybe sit and at least listen to one or two presentations. Yes, so according to our program, so it is the time for, time for presentations. And our moderator for this section will be Mr. Josephat Mibei. He will take us through this section. I hope all presenters, you have maybe given the media your presentations. So we are going to start with Flex Biogas International. Flex, I hope you're ready. It's okay, yeah. Thank you very much, you're welcome.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Josephat Chege, and I represent a company called Biogas International Limited in the capacity of operations manager, and we are the developers of the Flexi Biogas technology. So to start with, I want to play just two very short videos just to give you an idea of what we do. because, because of the limited time. So, Ibe. Sorry, I hear there is no sound, so unfortunately you won't get, you might not get the gist of what's happening. But basically, we are the developers of new type of biogas technology. As I said, it's called flexi biogas technology. And this is the technology whereby you, unlike the conventional technologies where people disqualify themselves, saying, I don't have a cow, so I don't qualify for biogas digesters. Our digesters have been developed to run on all organic material. And the video that's running on the screen right now is just a demonstration of some of the projects we are doing in counties, where we are setting up very large biogas plants to manage organic waste. And this is in line with our project of trying to make landfills obsolete or killing dump sites. And the way we are doing this is we are saying that it's possible to manage waste at source. The reason, for example, Dandora exists, which I believe is Dandora dump site is older than everybody here, I believe. The reason that is because we take waste from all our main towns, from Karen, from Nairobi, from wherever, and we take it all to Dandora. But imagine if you were to manage waste from Karen and in Kawangware, waste in Kawangware, then we would eventually be able to staff the dump sites. So the way we are doing this is by setting massive biogas digester, and we are feeding all the organic waste to the biogas digester, then selling gas to the neighboring communities. And this we are already doing in 5 counties. And the closest one that you could possibly visit and see is one in Gong, Kajiado town, where we've been managing organic waste for the past 6 years. We manage 3 to 4 tons of waste every day through biogas digesters. We're in Nyeri, in Karatina, Kisumu, and Nyandarua counties. So these are also the type of the biogas digesters that we installed in schools and institutions. There was a second video that I had asked Mibe to play of a demonstration of these digesters in institutions. So I think we just go back to, because you can't hear the content, we just go to the PowerPoint presentation. Yeah. Then we can share this video with everybody. And as they are organizing for the PowerPoint, I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the project Biovarya and Madam Bilha because of this opportunity to talk to you guys, and also the opportunity, I was among the team that visited Germany last year to see what they are doing. Of course, the context and ours is a bit different. The biogas digesters that I saw in Germany were massive biogas digesters used for electricity generation. In our context, our focus is more on offsetting charcoal and firewood. So we focus on small and medium scale biogas digesters. So what you're looking at in the screen here, this is a topic of today, scaling biogas in the real world. So go to the next slide. What we have designed is, as I said, biogas digesters that don't rely on livestock manure. You can run them on anything biodegradable, and they will, of course, give you 2 byproducts, which is gas and the biofertilizer for your farm use. So these are domestic digesters, small household biogas digesters. One, we don't do any digging or any construction, so biogas digesters at domestic level go in very, very quickly. We come to your place in the morning, and by midday, we are done with the installation, and you get gas within 7 to 10 days after installation. So these are the large capacity biogas digesters for schools and institutions. Also, 100% prefabricated, no construction. Installation goes in within 4 or 5 days maximum, and gas within about 10, 15 days you are in gas. So these are also the systems. Go back. These are the same size systems you're installing in markets for municipal waste management. Go to the next one. So this is an example of a unit. This is actually what the next video was talking about. This is a unit we have installed in a school, just not far from here. The school were using about 10, 15 bags of charcoal after 2 weeks. Now, these digesters have completely replaced their conventional fuel, which was charcoal and firewood. And being in Rimuru, we know in biogas production, temperature is one of the key catalysts in biogas production. The warmer you make your biogas digester, or the closer you get to the body temperature, which is 36, 37 degrees, the more efficient your biogas digester becomes. So the digesters are entirely on the surface, insulated. We use recycled boards made out of milk paper to insulate them on the outside. But if you look at here, the elevated thing, that's a thermal heater. These are thermal heaters that collect heat from the sun, and the heat is recycled within the biogas digester, making sure that even in the very cold areas, the digesters are super efficient. Also, if you wanted to do something in that area, the digester can be dismantled in a few hours and then moved to a new location. So this is the recognition we are getting from the industry. Just last month, we bagged the award, which is the Clean Cooking Best Institutional Biogas Implementation Award. That happened just last month. And next month, we've just been shortlisted in the biggest biogas stage in the world, which is the AD and Biogas Award. This is going to be happening in Birmingham next month. So we've been shortlisted in 2 categories, which is a micro and small on-farm anaerobic digester of the year for biogas, for our small biogas digesters. Then for the market projects, we have been shortlisted in the 2nd category. So hopefully we'll be able to bag these 2 awards. Go back. So now this is the topic of the day. So the challenges in the scaling of a biogas digester. So the biggest challenge we've seen as Biogas International is, of course, the money. The money is the biggest barrier in the scaling up of the biogas digester. As much as we say, for example, in our case, we think we've got one of the cheapest technology that exists, but still, not everybody, or a very small percentage of people, can afford 80,000 Kenya shillings, which is what we sell our smallest packages at. So what do? Everybody is calling us about biogas digesters, but they don't have the financial ability to make these payments. So to mitigate this, we are trying to partner with banks and financial institutions. But the problem there is that people don't want to go for loans for biogas digesters because of the high interest rates. So this is a gap that somehow needs to be addressed. Then the other challenge, which we've, I think, tried to address just by the design of the biogas digesters, as I said in the beginning, A lot of people disqualify themselves from biogas because they say we don't have livestock. But now, just from this short conversation we've had, we know that everybody qualifies for biogas because we humans are the generators of waste. No other creature in the world, I think, generates waste like ourselves. So wherever there is water, whether it's clean or dirty, there is something growing. That something growing can be converted into energy. In Kisumu, we are running a very big project on water hyacinth, so invasive species can be used to run the biogas digesters. You've just seen we are running biogas digesters on organic waste from markets. For domestic system, wherever you buy mboga from, whatever doesn't make it to your plate can be used for biogas food. So the message is everybody qualifies for biogas. There is no shortage of biogas feed. So cold in some biogas digesters work optimally at above 14 degrees Celsius. If you go below 14 degrees, then the methogen bacteria just die off. They do not exist beyond 14 degrees. So in the very cold areas like Kinango, Rimuru, biogas digesters do struggle a bit, but we have been able to address that by, if you go to the first slide, for domestic systems, just the first slide there. There. So for domestic system, we cover our biogas digesters with a small micro greenhouse covering. This is to make sure that even if you get 1 or 2 hours of sunlight per day, the greenhouse coverings are able to contain heat for the processing to continue. Yeah. Second last. Then odd habits. People who use firewood sometimes are a bit difficult to change, and there's a lot of misconception when it comes to biogas. Some people think that biogas smells. There are a lot of social issues that really delay the uptake of biogas digesters. So also capacity, which has been mentioned a few times here. The technical expertise in biogas, when biogas fails and you don't have a person to give you a backup, one biogas digester can spoil. One digester that was not working is really damaging to the general reputation of biogas digesters. So the technical ability to really backstop whenever biogas digesters are down is critical to the success of the biogas digester. I think the last slide. So this is just what I've talked about. Our design, we've designed our digesters to try and address some of these challenges. After sales service is everything in biogas. And then the financing, of course, I've talked about the financing. I think the last slide. So this is our brand. Flexi Biogas is the brand of our digester. And we are not very far from here. We run a demo site in Karen, Nairobi, where we've got working models of everything I've just talked about. So everybody is welcome to visit. Come and see what you are doing. This is just a very, very small percentage of what we are doing. We are like a technology company made out of a team that is able to look at challenges and really come up with solutions. So you're very welcome, and also for a challenge to Technical University, maybe after this meeting, we can go see your biogas digester. Otherwise, technical institutions and institutions in general must lead the way in the uptake of renewable energy. So with that, thank you very much, and I'll take any questions a bit later. Sorry?
Hello. Yes. Thank you, everyone who came for the conference, and apologies for the 15 minutes. We are running late on the program. So the next presenter, I'm going to call Strathmore. They have an amazing program at the Strathmore Energy Center. So as he sets up, let me just make this announcement. We have the washrooms at the back. To your right, yes, to your right, to my right. We have the gents, and this other side we have the ladies, yes. And as he comes, as he comes, let me just build a little bit of context here. We will start by trying to understand the current state of biogas in Kenya. That is why we've had Flexi Biogas, whom we've worked together. He'll continue with the same theme. Kirdi will come and talk to us from an applied research perspective. And then again, we now transition the conversation into large-scale, because we want to transition our conversation into large-scale biogas systems. As Dr. Akaj mentioned, that from our spotlight sessions, those people in Germany, they're very serious about biogas. So we want to engage and have a conversation on how we can transition ourselves as Kenya to the model of Germany. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. So my name is Frank Kipto from Strathmore University, from a department called Strathmore Energy Research Center. Came here with my colleague, Vivian. Among the things that we do at Strathmore Energy Research Center is training. So training, we do train solar PV and other renewable energy technologies. We also do consultancy on renewable energy. We do quality assurance, so we have 2 labs that we do test cook stoves and solar PV products. Then the last is the reason that we are here is on research. That is one of the themes that we do. So under research, there is a project called Moving Impact. So Moving Impact is moving is moving, but impact is integrated means to power, agriculture, clean cooking, and transport. So the project itself is a consortium of different universities across Kenya, Rwanda, Ghana, and the UK. So the project itself came from the United Kingdom, funded by Ayrton Fund. So okay, so the project themes, there are 6. So there's capacity building, there's social economics, there's agrivoltaics, there's household energy access. So that is the work package that Strathmore is leading, and that is the reason we are here. Then there's one for charging infrastructure, and lastly, mini grids. So as mentioned earlier, this is the consortium partners that we work together. There's Imperial College London, then there is us. There is University of Energy and Natural Resources from Ghana. There is AIMS from Rwanda. There is University of Leeds from United Kingdom. Then there is Kigali Collaborative Research Center, that is Rwanda, and University of Rwanda. So these are the partners that we work together within the industry. So there's BBOX, there's Mesh Power, Ampersand, there's REG from Rwanda, there's EPRA. Most of you know EPRA, there's EvoTrack, and there's African Mobility. So work package 2 is being led by Strathmore. That is all household energy access. So we are trying to mostly look at clean cooking. So for us, we are looking at both approaches. So we are looking at biogas, cooking using biogas, and also cooking using electricity. But the electricity side that you are looking at is cooking using electricity from mini grids. So the mini grids that mostly we are targeting are the mini grids on the rural areas and the peri-urban areas. So for us, we are, because this is a research project, we are mostly trying to compare cooking using, when there is access of both, we are trying to compare cooking using electricity from mini grids and cooking using biogas. So at the moment, we are still working on literature review, looking at the data that is available within these 3 countries, that is Kenya, Rwanda, and Ghana. So for Kenya, we are looking at the Rift Valley, Western, Nyanza, and the Central. That is mostly the agricultural belt of the country. So because in some instances you find that many grids mostly in Kenya are located in the north. Then biogas is mostly in the south. So what informed us to move to the southern part is because of the biogas feedstock availability. So mostly you find that in the southern part, it's electrified by the national grid. There are very few mini grids. So for such a case, we moved to some islands within Lake Victoria that have mini grids, and some regions within Busia that there's mini grids. And then there's also, that is Kisii, Kericho, and Busia. So for such a case where there is no mini grid and there is biogas, we do hypothesize, but our baseline mostly we are trying to look at areas that have mini grids so that we can be able to hypothesize the feedstock for that specific area. So for us, we have 3 research questions. So as mentioned, we are currently on research question 1 that we are working, that is, we are doing literature review. Then the second research question, we are going to do modeling. We are going to use Clover. Then the third research question is on land use and land use change. So as mentioned earlier, the case study areas within Kenya is Rift Valley, Nyanza, Western, and there's also Central Kenya. So we are looking both domestic biogas installations and the industrial. So for the industrial, we are looking at about 5 sites. Then domestic, when it comes to biogas, we are looking at about 13 sites. But mini grids, we are looking at about 40 sites. So there being, that is the end of my presentation. So you see, according to statistics, people who die from households, pollution is about 21,000 annually. So it's a great move that you guys are doing to ensure that you build capacity. It's the same thing that we are doing at Strathmore. I mean, we saw an opportunity to build capacity when it comes to solar PV. You know, functionality is a big problem when back then, even now, it's not a solved problem. When it comes to solar PV, you find someone thinks they know how to install a solar PV, but they end up doing their own things. And that will affect adoption throughout the country. So it's a big problem when it comes to biogas. You find that biogas is installed today, 2 days later, or maybe a month later, it's no longer working. A neighbor who was trying to install will be able to say, no, you see, this thing is not working, so I'm not going to install it. So I'm looking forward to having a meaningful interaction with you guys. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Strathmore Energy Research Center. And we'll be looking forward to collaborating with you as well as we advance the Biovarya project and as we look to create more impact. So at this point, I think we are going to take a health break for 20 minutes because of time. So we'll grab a bite at the back there and stretch a little bit, network as well, and then we'll come back here. And just another point of clarification, if you are in the room and you did not register, kindly do so during this break so that you get a pen, a name tag, and everything. Yeah. So we'll proceed to have our tea there. Yes. And then we'll be back 20 minutes. We'll be back at 20 past 11. Yes. Thank you.
So when we'll have a conversation. We don't have a conversation. We just get